Today we're gonna make some cochinita tacos, Cochinita Pibil tacos to be exact, but we're not utilizing the traditional method of cooking it, which is in a pibil. Same thing as Kahlua pig. We're not digging a hole in the ground and burying our pork with heated stones. We're gonna do it with modern day technology, a grill, a smoker, all that fun stuff. But it is pork tacos, and they are going to be the best pork tacos you've ever had. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take a whole head of garlic, break it down, still in the wrap, but in individual cloves. We're going to blacken them. We're just going to break all the individual cloves out, still leave the husk on them somewhat. We have our cast iron skillet. You could skewer them if you want to and throw it on the grill, or you can use a cast iron skillet and go that route. To be honest with you, I would go on a skewer. That's about as blackened as we're gonna get in the skillet without dissolving them. So let them go that route. And that also took way too long in the skillet. Dump them out. Get your skillet back on there. Allow those to cool off before we're gonna peel them. Next, we're gonna add a little vegetable oil to our pan. Let that heat up. Going to add a couple tablespoons of the achiote, a couple tablespoons of black peppercorns, tablespoon of allspice berries, a couple tablespoons of oregano. We got half a cinnamon stick, a few whole cloves, and some whole cumin. Getting that toasted like that is really going to bring out the flavor and all that. We're just doing this for a couple minutes and get it off the heat. Going to get all the skin removed from our garlic. Be careful not to squish it up in there. Move it down to a nice clean piece of garlic. And we got a mixture of orange juice, lime juice, and grapefruit juice. About a quarter cup of each. If you have access to Seville oranges, you can do 3/4 cups to a cup of Seville orange juice. But if you don't, this is the best way to duplicate the bitter taste of that orange. So again, 1/4 cup of oranges, 1/4 cup of lime juice, and a 1/4 cup of grapefruit juice. Put that in your blender. 1/4 cup of white vinegar, a little bit of soy sauce, garlic, and all your other seasonings, and a big pinch of salt. Blend it up. Yum. Check it for saltiness. You're going to want it a little bit salty. So if it doesn't taste real salty, put a little more salt in. So I got about a 5-pound pork butt. We're going to cut off a lot of that extra fat there. Once you have a good portion of it cut off, we're going to cut this into about 2-inch chunks the best we can. I say chunks, we'll say 2-inch steaks. This was supposed to be boneless. There's a bone in it. We're just going to leave the bone in the centerpiece, I guess. Throw those in something that you can marinate them in. Get your marinade and pour it over the top. And rub it in. We're going to seal that up and we're going to let it marinate overnight. So, day 2. We got our pork marinated. We need banana leaves now. Believe it or not, I actually have a video for how to wash your banana leaves. You need to make sure you wash your banana leaves because we're going to roll them up in here and cook them in that. I'm going to use the smoker for mine. You can use a charcoal grill if you like. You can use a gas grill if you like. If you're going to do that, we got to make sure that we keep it at a temperature between 250 and 300 degrees. So basically, do yourself some indirect cooking. If you're going to cook it on a gas grill, turn off half of the burners. Heat up the other side. Monitor your temperature. If you're going to do it on a charcoal grill, put all your coals to one side. I'm going to do it on a smoker just because it's easier for me to monitor it that way. But anyway, we're going to put our pork in our banana leaves, so let me show you how to do that. Once you have your marinated pork on there, we're going to top it with some Roma tomatoes, some chopped bell pepper. You can use red or green if you'd like. I'm sure you could use orange too. And about 3 or 4 bay leaves. I'm going to wrap it up, seal it up like a nice little package. We want to try to keep it free of tears, which is somewhat impossible with the banana leaves, but do your best to keep it sealed up so that it keeps all the moisture in and keeps shooing the flies away. Once we have it wrapped up, you can get your butcher string, kitchen twine, whatever you want to call it, and we're going to wrap it up like a little Christmas package. Like so. Now we'll do that with the rest of them. So, quick note, if you have to use multiple banana leaves, because if you buy a package of them, sometimes you get smaller ones, you get bigger ones. So if you have to use multiple in order to keep that seal, it's just fine. Go ahead and use multiples. My first one that I showed you was the large leaf that came in the package, and everything else got smaller as I went down. Just make sure you seal it up as much as possible. Smoker's up to temperature now. We're going to go ahead and put them in there. Should take about 4 or 5 hours to cook. I am going to use my probe on one of them to make sure that we hit that 205 degrees before I pull them out. If you're a risk taker and you want to just risk it, it's going to be about 4 or 5 hours. Up to you. Okay, well, my probe has decided to poop out on me today. So we ended up about 4.5 hours in. Wanted to just make sure. Pretty confident our timing will be right. Make sure you bring a tray out to put these in, because as you saw, possibly there will be a lot of juices inside here. Pull your stuff out. Set it in your tray, and we will go inside for the unveiling. So here's what we have. I'm going to set those aside for now. Get your string off. And look at that. Beautiful. Obviously, I grabbed the one with the bone in it. Bone slides right out at this point. Get rid of any banana leaf crumbs. We don't want to be eating those. And there's what we got. Just fall apart. Get rid of the bay leaves. Time for a little taste test. I am going to show you how to make some tacos with these because there is a special ingredient that I forgot to show you how to make the pickled onions. Pickled onions go on this, so I'll tell you about it, show you how to do it, something. That is a good flavor. It's a unique flavor. It's a very earthy flavor. It's not spicy at all. So if you're expecting spicy, spicy will come with what you add to the top of it. If you have some salsa with the pickled onions, you could definitely do a spicy version of the pickled onions. Just add in some habanero or jalapeno, red pepper flakes, something like that. But this is incredible stuff. Let's make a taco. For my tacos, I'm going to use, obviously, our meat. Get some of the tomato and pepper out of that. These are my pickled onions I made. Toss some of our pickled onions on there. Just happen to have some of Grandma's homemade salsa, so that's a plus. And a little bit of cilantro for color, and of course for flavor. There's our Cochinita Pibil tacos. Obviously, eat this. That's great stuff right there. Subscribe, like it, share it, hit the enable notifications button down below, leave us a comment, come back and see us for more good foods. Don't forget, eat this. Have a great day.